John Morton was one of the 56 signers of the Declaration of Independence. Morton signed the document as a Pennsylvania delegate to the Second Continental Congress. But despite his contribution to the cause of American independence, it seems that John Morton has been mostly forgotten by history. I'm sure you've heard of numerous other signers: Thomas Jefferson, Benjamin Franklin, Samuel Adams, maybe even Benjamin Rush or Caesar Rodney. But John Morton? Who's that? Although his date of birth is in dispute, it is likely that John Morton was born on March 10, 1724, to John and Mary Archer Morton. The family lived in what is present-day Delaware County, Pennsylvania. The Morton family were Finnish and settled in the area in the 1600s. John's father passed away before John was born. Around the time that John was 7 years old, his mother remarried a man by the name of John Sketchley. Sketchley would turn out to be a major influence in John's life, teaching him surveying. John Morton married Anne Justice, although it is unclear exactly when this took place. The couple also had numerous children. In 1756, when John was 33 years old, he was elected to the Pennsylvania Provincial Assembly. So began John's long career in public service. From 1757 to 1764, he served as Justice of the Peace. In 1765, he was a delegate to the Stamp Act Congress in Albany. From 1766 to 1769, he was the Sheriff of Chester County. He rejoined the Pennsylvania Assembly in 1769, serving there till 1775, and he was eventually elected Speaker. John was elected to the First Continental Congress in 1774 and the Second Continental Congress in 1776. On June 7, 1776, Richard Henry Lee proposed a resolution to the Second Continental Congress that formally declared that the United Colonies were free and independent states, separate from the British Empire. On July 2, 1776, the vote was held. Congress needed unanimous support for the resolution from all 13 colonies. Otherwise, it didn't appear that they were united against the British Empire, but simply arguing with themselves. There was a problem with Pennsylvania's support of this resolution. While Pennsylvania delegate Benjamin Franklin and James Wilson both supported this resolution, John Dickinson, Charles Humphreys, Thomas Willing, and Robert Morris did not. As a moderate, John Morton wasn't sure where he stood. But it seemed apparent that with the vote being 2 against 4, that Pennsylvania was unlikely to vote for Lee's resolution. However, something interesting happened. On the day of the vote, both Robert Morris and John Dickinson intentionally didn't appear. With Thomas Willing and Charles Humphreys still against, and Franklin and Wilson for, this left John Morton in the position of being the crucial tie-breaking vote. John Morton ended up voting for Lee's resolution, putting Pennsylvania solidly in favor of independence. The engrossed copy of the Declaration was signed on August 2, 1776, with John Morton putting his name on the document just below Benjamin Franklin's. John Morton's vote for independence put him at odds with many of his Quaker neighbors who wanted to remain neutral, and John soon felt shunned by them. However, it seemed this only made John Morton more committed to the cause of American independence. A life of public service began to take its toll on John Morton, and it appears as though he was sick with tuberculosis as early as the end of 1776. John Morton chaired the committee that wrote the Articles of Confederation, but he was soon forced to leave that position due to his failing health. John Morton died on or about April 1, 1777, in Chester, Pennsylvania. Of the 56 signers to put their name to the Declaration, John was the first to die. I was lucky enough to acquire a Pennsylvania banknote from 1772. Although it is in bad shape, you can see where John Morton has signed it. I found John's grave at Old St. Paul's Cemetery in Chester. I also found the house where John Morton was born, which is still standing. Interestingly, right next to his birthplace is John Morton's Tavern that was opened in 2017. I decided to try it out and got the Philly cheesesteak and loaded tater tots. They were actually really good. I told the bartender all about John Morton. As I sat there, I began to think, maybe John Morton hasn't been forgotten after all.